Welcome back to episode 12 of A Tale of Wizards and Bribes, where we play Dungeons and Dragons in the Blood Bowl universe. We have Allard, our GM, Nafmi, who's playing Alexei, a monk, and cKnoor, who's playing Alberto, the rogue, and I'm Siegfried. I'm a wizard!
Sure you are.
Totally not a bard. Alright. So, we just spent the night in Kienbaum, after doing some more or less illicit stuff. We're looking for information on who the best players are and looking to misinform our opponent scouts on that same bit.
Exactly.
And when we wake up, I'd like to make some kind of plan for today. So I'm asking both Alexei and Alberto. So you guys, what exactly do we hope to accomplish?
Can I note one thing before you make your plan? Because you do know a little bit about what is supposed to be happening today. Today is the meet and greet day. So that's the day where basically Adi has a little speech where he greets everyone, all the scouts, and you're given a quick introduction of the training area, the school, and stuff like that.
All right.
So,
that sounds good.
Make your plan. It will happen relatively early.
Well, I guess we should go to that. I should try and talk to Adi to get an idea of how the first pick is resolved and see if we can influence that somehow.
Yeah, that'd be great. Let's see. What we know from Adi so far is that he's really into the sport. So anything we can do to make it more exciting to him could get him to lean our way.
And he seems to be especially into the violent nature of the sport. That might be something we can use to our advantage.
Bless him.
Are you saying we should threaten him?
Well, that's your expertise, so I'll leave that judgment to you, I suppose.
I'm actually pretty good at that.
Oh,
Hold on. My cat needs my assistance.
Oh. We got a timeout. We got a cat emergency.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
That's actually pretty good for me. It means I can go get my tea, because I only have traditional Swedish Christmas drink, julmust, to drink. I'll be back in like half a minute.
Cat emergency has been resolved.
And we've lost cKnoor.
Oh. So I've actually taken the time this morning to have a nice ceramic bowl filled with water, lit some candles, and gaze into my reflection. And I have seen the future, and the future is very interesting because I foresee both great success and catastrophic failure in the future.
Oh, horrible!
Yes, it's going to be awesome.
Is that good for us or bad? I keep forgetting what your ability does for us.
What I can do is I can make these rolls happen at a given time. So nice. I can make us roll a 15 or someone else roll a 1.
I'm totally down with that. That's good.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It's not bad. So you guys have a basic plan, right? Or did I?
Well, I mean, the basic plan is to go to the meet and greet, find. Figure out how things work around here.
Yes.
And go from there, I guess.
I think
Are we going to do another night run? Because I'd like to make sure that I get the right info from this thingy.
I would assume so. I mean,
all right.
Why wouldn't we?
Nistel's magic aura is back on the menu for today. Good to know. Yeah, I think I have enough. So I'm going to need about half an hour to make sure that I'm fully prepared for today. So if you guys could make breakfast, then I'll...
Right. Have an apple, my good sir.
Yeah. Delicious.
All right. I'll take some of that Berta bread then.
It's nice. It's good. I mean, it's not as good as it was back where you came from, Ristedt. But, I mean, yeah, that's good enough.
I will make that snobbish remark.
Oh, okay. I've had it better.
You'll quickly notice that no one gives a Wow.
Yes. So I propose at a certain point you guys leave the house, and as you do, you see that there is a young man quite a distance away with blonde hair, which is kind of pointing in all directions, who kind of looks at you angrily as you leave your home, but then runs off.
Okay, I try and remember what he looks like. So so I can.
Yeah, you have an idea what he looks like.
Okay, good.
All right.
I have a vision of Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy in front of me right now.
A little bit, but a bit. Cloud is very lanky, right?
Does he have a sword that's bigger than him?
No, he doesn't.
No, it must be a different guy.
And a bit more muscular, also. Anyway, you guys go to the school where the meeting greet is organized, and you arrive, and there's a few small snacks that you can have, but before you really have a chance to really talk to people, Adi comes in and asks everyone to kind of gather around. And Adi says to everyone, and you imagine the scouts have now gathered. I have a description of them for the most part, but I'll do that a bit later when you can actually interact with them. But you can see them already. And Adi says, friends, thank you for coming. I'm so incredibly happy that you've all arrived. As you know, we're really trying to make the school of Kienbaum really stand out and make the sport into something amazing. It's going to be wonderful. So, and I hope that all of us can become the best of friends.
Yay!
I applaud that remark.
A few people clap, and he says, yes, very good. I like your enthusiasm. It's wonderful. At this point, a man comes up to him and whispers something in his ear. Oh, wow. Right. Apparently we had a little incident with one of the younger players, but nothing to worry about. It's no big problem. The tour can just continue. So, if you would all be so kind, please follow me. Right. And Adi leads you to the school.
I poke Alberto. You seem friendly with him. Go figure out what that's about.
Yeah, I intend to do just that. So when I have the opportunity, I will try and work my way over to him and just have a talk about how lovely it's been so far, and we've met some of the players and met some of the scouts, and everything's been great.
Alberto, my friend.
Hello. What?
Cute.
I mean, it's an early morning, but you know what they say about the early morning. It's for those that aren't too hungover.
and the early bird gets the worm or something, right?
It's the second mouse that gets the cheese.
What was that with the?
Oh well, I have to keep it between you and I, but actually, one of the younger players ate another one. But it's not something everyone needs to know about.
No.
I guess having a troll does have its problems.
He did seem very focused on his food.
Oh, not that one. No, we got a new one, a young one. He's only 5, but he's hungry.
I mean, apparently it runs in, well, not the family, but, trolls.
In the race.
That's racist, man.
Well, I mean,
visual profiling.
It's a shame, but we can't.
Well, I mean, as long as it didn't eat anyone important.
I mean, both of us are still here, right?
Yes.
Well, wonderful. So, look, this is where the young players are playing, and you see a field and there are a few players playing. They're mostly humans, but you'll see an elf and a dwarf, and even an orc, and they're just practicing a bit. You have to admit that, I mean, this new idea of really training players from a young age is kind of new. And, you see them play and you think, well, for someone their age, they are, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Long-term investment.
Yes. Well, in a few years, you guys can come here and get a few of these players, if they're still around.
I was just going to say.
When did this habit start of training them young?
This school started 10 years ago. So, the students that are leaving now are basically our first students, which we've added to the talent day. We're very excited about them. A few of them are really good.
Do we know which of the students listed there are the locally trained?
We know a few.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Let's see.
I think the 3 that we met are locally trained.
Isidore, Bert, and Ela.
Yeah, they are locally trained. Yes, Durain is locally trained, and let's see, Geronimo and Sean are locally trained, and Hernando and Birgit.
Okay. So
a lot of the humans, basically.
The thing is that if this is kind of a new thing for them to train kids this young, then that might actually offer a plus in their favor relative to others. Except they're all human, and humans aren't that spectacularly good.
You mean because they're human that they might get better eventually because they're young?
Well, if they were trained from age 5 instead of age 15, then that's obviously an advantage, right?
Yeah,
that's true. So let's see Alberto make a roll to see how good he can get Aldi to talk. Because there might be a bit of information that you can learn from him about
persuasion.
Oh right, I have to. Since
I guess you could also go with a deception check if you want.
Yeah, I just have to find my character sheet again since I restarted my computer, but I think I know where I'm got it. He said, and then promptly not remembering where it is. There it is.
The way I think about it, deception actually makes a lot more sense. So let's go with that because you want to try to get the information out of him without him noticing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So deception. Okay. Good. That's up. +5. Here we go.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, you've done better, but it's still good. It's good enough.
Yep.
It's good enough in this case. I
guess you're going to be pandering, so he'll probably be more talkative anyway.
Yeah, and he seems to like you anyway, right? And he says, yes, I'm very excited about the school. Now, these younger years, he points to the players who are playing now, we've used some other races as well, like elves and dwarves and orcs. And to be honest, it's kind of because, well, I'm kind of disappointed by most of the human players. I put so much work in them, and for the most part, they're kind of bad. I
always feel like human players are, they're a good baseline, but there's no flair.
Yeah, it's something like that.
I mean, if you just get some elves in there and they just fly all over, like they're so agile, a troll just eating something.
It's really exciting. I agree.
It's what the audience wants.
It is definitely what they want. But there are a few of my students which I'm very proud of. So, I mean, there's Tanner. Oh wait. Well, never mind.
Yes.
So there's 2 players I'm very proud of. So there's Ela. She's a fiery redhead, and she's just got a lot of spunk to her. She always wants to win.
Yeah, I met her yesterday.
Oh, she's great. I mean, I don't want to promote my players too much, but you know. And then there's Durain, who is kind of her arch enemy or something. And he's always, he's a very aggressive young man, but he also has the same fighting spirit as her.
Yeah,
and they're kind of rivals.
The one thing I wonder about when it comes to Ela and Durain is how would they do without each other? Like, because it seems to me that they're pushing each other forward.
I think you might be right. I think they would work well together. And even though they, always have their little scuffles, it's not like they can't work together. Because they have played on the same team, and it's not like they don't pass the ball to one another. It's just that afterwards, they'll just shout at one another.
Yeah.
I think it's actually fun.
So they need some careful management. Yeah. But then they might actually...
Who are you? Oh, yes, you're that guy. You're Alberto's friend.
This is Siegfried. He's part of our scouting party, as it were.
How quaint!
Maybe you can help us with something, because I've been trying to explain it to Siegfried, but I haven't really been able to. Could you explain how the first pick is decided when it comes to the scouts?
Well, to be honest, I kind of reach into a bag and I get out a chip and it says a team. It's exciting, isn't it?
It is. Do you then keep reaching into the same bag?
Yeah. Well, I mean, after your team has been picked, they're the first one to pick, and then the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and then after everyone's picked, the order goes again.
Okay, so you reach your hand into the bag, you pick a team, that team picks, and then you reach in and pick out another team. Now,
obviously, I don't knowingly pick it.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that wouldn't be fair.
Of course not. We would. And of course we want it to be fair, because otherwise the games wouldn't be even afterwards. They'd be very human-esque. You get my drift.
Yeah. I get your drift. That's really good. I like that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna keep just enjoying Adi's company, I guess, for a bit more. Just being very friendly.
Yes. Okay.
How hard would it be to use an illusion to make the first chip look like something else and then the other one inverted?
I mean, the problem with your illusions, I think, is that your illusions right now can't move, right?
No, the cantrip one cannot. The other one can. I can move it at will.
Okay.
It requires me to concentrate on it, but I can move it. But moving it along with, I'm not. That's why I'm asking how hard it is. I can move it, but can I move it convincingly along with his hand as he's looking at it?
I think you could try, but you wouldn't be sure to succeed.
Can you transform stuff?
No, not really.
Oh, that's too bad. Because otherwise, you could just fill the bag with all our lengths to shield, and
that's why Alberto was asking. Do you keep picking from the same bag? Because otherwise, it would be super easy.
Yeah.
True.
Which is why you need to do an illusion that makes one look like the other and the other way around.
Yeah.
This is not a discussion I'm having with Siegfried as
no, obviously not.
Odis next to me, but the other option is that you do a really bad illusion.
Oh,
with another name on it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Interesting. Well, you guys are going to explore that a bit further. So you kind of, they show you a little bit around. You see that at a certain point they come to a certain place, and Adi says, this is our newest experiment. So I figured the sooner someone starts playing Blood Bowl, the better. So here we have this experiment. You see that there's a few babies, and they have Blood Bowls that they're holding onto. I said, most of them keep letting go of them, but some of them hold on.
But the spikes.
Yeah, well, I mean, the clever babies don't get impaled by them.
Right, obviously. Clever babies. How about the trolls or trolls eating the bowls?
The trolls eating the balls.
Okay, cool. Never mind. Moving on.
Well, I mean,
It's an ambitious project, that's for sure.
yes, we're all about ambition here. We love ambition.
Good.
This guy scares me a little.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of the conversation, but Alberto's not taking over, so I'm still talking to it.
So you guys are kind of led back to the main hall, and in the main hall, Adi speaks to all the scouts, and well, he kind of has a long speech, and well, he's clearly incredibly passionate about all of this.
That's his problem.
And a bit frantic. At certain points, he just makes joking and pummeling gestures, and then kind of just regains his composure and keeps on talking. The scouts are kind of glancing at one another as all of this is going on, trying to get a feel of each other. But I mean, unless you guys are going to try to do something at this point, I think we just can kind of skip through it.
Yeah, please.
All right. So. The speech is over after a while, and he says, well, it was great meeting all of you, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow when we'll see a bit of excitement and slot. A bit of excitement. Yes. So, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
He goes off. And as he leaves, you see that a group of... I'll share the document with the other scouts first. So there is this document, which I'll show to you guys. Right. So, I mean, this is a list of information about the other scouts. But at this time, the one coming up to you is Edwin and his group. So Edwin is actually not only a scout, he's also a coach, and just like cool guy is. He's an unassuming man with wavy gray hair. He wears a shirt with a neat jacket over it. There are 3 men and a woman following him around. All of them are clearly looking to Edwin for leadership. They seem to have a good deal of reverence for him. So he's the kind of guy that at first glance he doesn't seem that amazing. But from the way other people act towards him, you get the feeling that there's more to him than, you see at first glance. Edwin walks up to the 3 of you, and he smiles a bit, and he says, "You were from Lancaster Shield, right?"
I nod.
Good. He reaches out his hand, and
I take it and shake it.
Well, he shakes each of your hands. He says, "I'm Edwin. These are my colleagues." He introduces them each one after the other, and he says, "Perhaps we can talk over a moment."
Yes, that sounds fun. I mean, that sounds like a good idea. We were just thinking the same thing, actually.
That's good to hear.
I mean, it's hard to get a feel for the competition, as it were, without because this is, of course, we arrived late yesterday, so we haven't had a chance to really talk to anyone.
Well, I mean, I haven't been here too long myself, but well, he kind of makes sure that you guys are kind of separated from the rest, and he says, "Well, I think it's important that we work together a little bit." I mean, Lancaster Shield, I know you haven't had the best track record of latest, but I know that Galen has taken over, and I know he's a capable man, better than his nephew is. So I kind of expected things to take a turn. So I imagine you are capable men.
Well, we certainly like to think so.
Yeah.
So I mean, we are competitors with each other here, in that we want the same players, I suppose, a bit. But I think that we could, to a degree, could work together.
Yes. We don't necessarily. No, I think that's. I think it's important. If we have an idea of who you're looking at and who we're looking at, and if we're not fighting over the same players, we're probably getting a better end result.
Yes, I think we could share information, and if we play things right, we can make it so that the two of our teams are the ones getting all the good players.
Mm-hmm. How sincere does he seem?
I already did the check for that.
We are pretty good at figuring out just how much he's willing to to actually work with us here.
Not at all.
No, you think that he actually does want to do that? I mean, he has his reservations about it a little bit in the way that he doesn't know if he can trust you entirely. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he's not just going to give you everything that he knows, but
he's willing to try to take a risk or something.
He does think that it's worth a shot working with you guys, and he thinks something is to be gained for both of you.
Can I use persuasion to make him trust us more?
Mm-hmm. You can certainly try. Yes.
Okay, let's do that. Well,
you tried. It's all right. I mean, with most people this would work, but he's savvy enough that he stays cautious. Mm-hmm. But all the same, he does have. You do think he has a bit of a feeling that you seem at least smart enough. You're not nincompoops or anything. So you do feel that in that sense, you've at least made some impression on him. He says, "Okay, I think at this time, there's still a lot for me to learn, and I imagine it's the same for you as well. So my proposal is we try to stay out of each other's way for now, and after tomorrow, when we actually see the players play, we'll probably know who we want, and then we can make a deal with each other."
Yep.
So we know that he runs the debt collectors and that he's got a lot of money. Is there anything in particular we know about the team, the debt collectors, like what kind of focus they have, what kind of thing they're currently missing? Because he's already got a lot of good players, so he might be looking for something specific rather than just bulk value. Whereas we have a crap team. So we're basically looking for 11 good players and not one or two.
Yes. Yeah. The team they have now is a pretty bash-focused human team.
So if they could pick up an elf or something, that would probably be good for them.
Yeah, or someone. A certain bash player would also be good for them. Someone with a lot of strength would also help their team. But an agile player would definitely be good as well.
How limited to humans are they so far? Because that's also helpful.
Okay, I'll quickly add for enough me and any of the lookers that might not know. Bash is kind of a team that is very focused on dealing damage to the opposition.
All right. Thank you.
And in this case, their team would have a lot of guard, which is a skill which is basically used for players to stand together and kind of strengthen each other by staying close.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of the core of their team.
All right.
Right.
So we made a friend. Yay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so happy about this.
I'm thinking whether we can still work the money angle.
What do you mean the money angle?
Well, he's filthy rich. And he's looking for one or two really, really good players. So maybe if we can actually snatch up one that he really wants, he might be able to just buy that player off of us afterwards instead of having us have that player on our team. Because we need money a lot, and he's rich.
The other option is that we sell him our first pick.
Yeah.
That could work, I guess. Kind of amounts to the same thing.
But then we have to be. So then you mean that our first pick would be his second?
Or since they're randomly drawn, it would be that our first pick would go to him.
Yeah. So that we trade places in the picking order.
Oh, okay, like that. I thought you meant that he gets to pick twice, but you mean we give away our order if we come first?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots.
Well, we can do either or.
Yeah, there's lots of options you can go with, actually. But I think it's best decided when you guys know more, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. We want to know more.
And that would be more interesting if we could gamble away Cool Guy's first pick.
Yes.
Yep.
Gamble.
So, you also see Cool Guy again, who comes up to you and he says, "You're the guys from the gambling establishment. It's nice seeing you again."
I shake his hand.
You're
nice seeing you too.
Yeah.
I can tell by you guys, you're my kind of guys, you know. We're a lot alike.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
He looks very much at Alexei and Alberto.
But me.
And not the secret. Yes.
No, but I get that. I'm muscular. Alberto's handsome. It works.
And I'm smart, so I'm not his kind of guy. Yeah.
It's true. Well, three of us are quite something. The scantily dressed women are at his side, but this time you guys notice that there is a third woman there as well, also dressed in a somewhat revealing outfit, but not quite as large-breasted as the other two. And you recognize this woman because it's the girl from the stables.
No.
Yes.
Bum bum bum.
Really bad spy girl.
Yes, it's really bad spy girl. She doesn't seem to. She pretends not to know you.
Really? How well is she doing?
Well, at first she just smiles at you, all as though she doesn't know you. And if you kind of look at her like, what the fuck?
No. I don't go like that. I look at her. I walk up to her, shake her hand, and go, "Wow, this is an upgrade from the stables."
She winks at you and says, "What a funny way to introduce yourself." That's the funniest introduction I've ever heard. It's incredible.
I need her to actually try and attempt to make this work.
Okay. Well, okay.
Because if she succeeds, I want to go with her, along with her, but badly.
All right, let's see. Okay.
She has a -2 on deception, and she's a spy.
Well, she tells her lie, and I mean, you guys don't believe it, obviously. But there's something quite endearing about her nonetheless. And you all feel a little bit like, well, you know.
No, you know what does she actually say? Because I want to try and play along for a bit.
Well, she said, sorry for her. She's sweet.
Yeah, she said what she said. That's the funniest joke that she's ever heard. A funny introduction, and you see that Cool Guy is kind of like that is funny.
So I'm gonna try and do a performance. I'm gonna start laughing like really loud at my own joke. Like that is I'm the funniest guy here in the room. No, not that bad actually.
No, it's fair enough indeed. Cool Guy says that is incredibly funny. You know what was also funny? There was this guy that came up to me, and he had this stone, and he said, "It's an iPhone, but it's no iPhone because this is a real iPhone." And he shows you a rock, which is apparently an iPhone. He says, "This is a real one because you can tell from this." What an idiot, right?
I'm so confused. I just smile.
Well, actually, Alberto is going to find it funny. Or he's going to try and find it funny, at least.
Well, I guess that's another deception or performance, perhaps. I don't know.
Well, I apparently can't deal with the bad jokes.
The joke is too bad. He kind of looks like you, like, what the hell? And the two large-breasted women start laughing really hard. It's just fun. You're so funny, cool guy. You always know what to say.
Either they're really stupid or their deception is like off the charts.
He doesn't need much. They don't need to sound convincing. They're telling him what he wants to hear.
And the stable girl says, yeah, he really is amazing. He's the best. I think.
I'm like, all right, moving on. So, cool guy. How did you like the meeting? This meet and greet. Nice speech, huh?
Oh, it was good. I mean, yeah. I mean, to be honest, Adi, he's not on our level, but he's all right.
All right, he gets on by pure enthusiasm.
Yeah, but that doesn't really count for anything when you're talking about ladies, am I right?
Yeah, it's true.
Obviously, it's true.
So, just as now, of course, since we are, in fact, well, competitors, I'm not going to ask you to mention any names, but have you been looking at the talents? Do you have any idea of who you want to try and snag?
I've been looking, right?
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you have a really good idea of who you want. Just the best players for you, right?
Yeah, I want the best. I want the really best, I got some good girls already, but I need some better ones,
Oh, so it's specifically women players you're looking for?
Oh, well, for the most part. But
it's an Amazon team.
Yeah, so I'm guessing Eufred then, possibly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's got some weapons,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just as a side note, does any of the two, well, essentially the eye candy, does either of them have like a black eye? Because Eufred punched one of them, right?
Yeah, one of them does have a black eye. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot more makeup.
So, like,
than the other one.
is it a big or a small one?
It's small.
Yeah. So we're probably right about her not being that great then.
And well, he says, actually, the girls sent me here and told me I needed to get at least one male player. So
one real player.
No, one male player. They wanted, they wanted at least one man. So
you're not enough for them.
He says, "Look, sometimes you gotta give them something. That's what a cool guy does."
Yeah,
I mean, right.
You gotta give the ladies what they want.
Yeah.
No,
so I always give the ladies what they want.
Yeah,
that's what a bad boy does, right?
You kind of want to make. I'm guessing you kind of want to make sure at the same time, because there are some very fine specimens here.
Yeah,
that they don't actually compete with someone else's. That they don't compete with your affection. I mean, you don't necessarily want someone that has, long, wavy, blonde hair, glistening muscles.
No.
Come on, man. No one here is on our level.
What?
I mean, we haven't seen everyone yet, but I've heard
some decent elves.
I mean, Alexis here, of course, has a long history as a Blood Bowl player, and boy, can he tell you stories about. Tell the one about the team owner's wife.
Oh, she went crazy. Am I right? That's what happened, right?
I look at Alberto like, are we sure I should be telling this story? I mean, it's not one of my. Well, it is one of my proudest moments.
I'm just saying that, like,
no.
Blood Bowl players, right?
My character, like,
especially
like
good
almost,
Blood Bowl players.
Yeah, my character almost subtly flexes and like, well, Alberto's not lying, but you know, a real man doesn't fool around and tell.
And then I elbow cool guy and go like, and that's what Alexis looks.
Oh.
My character needs to roll insight because he's stupid. He's good. He's good.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, what are we gonna go with? Is this deception or persuasion? It's one or the other. Deception.
Well, so I'm trying to persuade him to not go for a good human player. So I would argue persuasion, but I mean, on the other hand, I have been using deception in that I have no clue if Alexis has got it on with a team owner's wife.
I think you're tricking him. Yeah.
I think this is deception.
It doesn't matter because I've got +5 to both of them.
Well, that's great. So let's see how well you do. Oh my goodness!
Okay. He's only hiring ugly guys. That's awesome.
Yeah,
he's just hired that troll who eats people.
He says
he wanted a male player. Here you go.
He's trying to eat us.
You know. I mean, I'm not worried about that stuff, man. What the fuck?
I mean, of course, I wouldn't be either if I was you.
Does anybody have playback of all of
No one can compete with me anyway, right?
No.
So, whatever, you know? Whatever.
No.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried, man. Are you worried?
Me? Oh no, I'm not.
Yeah, man.
I've given up.
I can tell.
I mean, I do well with the ladies, but never when I'm with him. And I point to Alexis. At that point, you're like, you might as well just sit at the bar and have a beer, right?
Okay.
A sigh.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But I look at a cool guy like, look, you got it going on. You got the ladies with you. Just give them what they want.
I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah. I bet you already know what guy would be perfect for your team.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
I think we all know who he was. Alberto, give him a hint.
Oh, is it the
the autistic guy?
Yes!
Rain Man would be awesome for your team.
Are you talking about Francois?
Yeah.
Not Francois. Yeah. He couldn't seduce a woman if she was on his lap and drooling over him.
Oh yeah, because he need a cool guy would need like a guy on his level because he got to keep the team level, right? Cool guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. There's also the case of like, I mean, promising something to the team when you leave is not the same thing as coming back with what you promised because the playing field changes, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe it turns out there isn't a great male player that would be a good fit for the 30-day trial.
You're right. I should only get female players, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
I think that might be your best idea.
So the stable girl says, cool guy, you're really funny. You're the best. It kind of looks like I wasn't joking about it. He says, yeah, I am funny. And good looking.
Yeah, but not funny looking.
No.
I give him the finger guns.
Yeah. I mean, this guy, man, this guy, he knows.
Well, I guess it would be like the finger crossbow. So
yeah. It's like, you got me, man. Cool. All right. Well, but you guys want some of the girls too, right?
I mean, for the team, yes, definitely.
Yeah. But
so don't steal all the good ones.
Well, I can't make no promises, The player gotta play, Yeah.
That you do.
Look, I need to go, because I have thinking to do.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
Yeah. No.
Shush. Seriously, dude.
Well, this was lovely. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Okay.
When we have a moment to ourselves, I go to the guys and say, you know what we should do? We should get some of the hottest, totally bad at Blood Bowl chicks, the ones that aren't even on our list, to go to Cool Guy and compliment him and tell him he's so awesome. Because if he hires, if he picks a hot one that is not actually good as one of his early picks, that might be really, really good for us.
I mean, if he picks Yifrud as his first pick, that would be good for us.
Well, okay, so even if it's his second or third, but if we can get him to prioritize a really, really bad player who's just, cute and kind of into him,
yeah,
that might be just the thing for him.
All right.
Yeah, that might work.
Let's see. Are the after these two discussions, are there any more of the scouts left in the room?
Let's quickly take a look. So you see the coaches from Slaves Region 2, District 2 are still present.
Dwarves?
Yeah, they're kind of talking amongst themselves.
Those guys.
You also see Harold is still there with his halflings. You see the halflings are just going crazy on the food basically. And
wait. These are the cannibal halflings, right? What are they eating?
Well, you don't think that these guys are cannibals. These seem to be their scouts. And scouts apparently aren't cannibals. But Harold is kind of looking at them like, this is so stupid. But they're like just stuffing their faces with pie.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, so do you guys want to talk to the Chaos Dwarf and the Dark Elf, or do you want to come with me and annoy the halflings?
That sounds fun. Do we want Adi's attention on this, or are you gonna rile him up for later?
No. I'm just gonna be very charming, as I always am.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the buffet and see what the action's like.
All right. Well, you kind of walk in that direction, and you see that the halflings are just stuffing their face with pie. And one says with a mouthful, "It's really good." And Harold says, "You're embarrassing everyone."
Wait, this food is free?
Yeah.
My character's over there as well.
Okay.
But I'm not stuffing my face.
Harold sees Alberto and the rest of you come over, and he walks over to Alberto and looks up at him, tries in a sort of as menacing as a very short man can be, and he says, "We need to talk about yesterday."
Sure. How about we do it over some pie? It looks delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, you get a table and I'll get us some pie.
Fine.
And I'm gonna go get some. Pie, and then I'll bring it to wherever he sits down.
Take some extra shortbread with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh at the tiny halfling lifting a table.
So he sits at the table, and you come back with the pie, and he kind of struggles to get in his chair, which is a bit too big for him. Mm-hmm. But finally he does, and then he kind of straightens himself and then looks at you again very seriously.
Over the edge of the table, he's looking at you.
He kind of gets
menacingly.
he gets a pillow.
Size increase and decrease is just for comedic effect sometimes.
So, yesterday, kind of played me for a fool.
Oh, you want to talk about that thing? Yes. Well, if it's business, we should probably finish our pie first. Because I don't discuss business on an empty stomach. Start eating my pie.
He looks at his pie and very slowly starts eating it.
Oh, I didn't poison it or anything.
No, I know. I always restrain myself when it comes to pies.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be insensitive, but your loss. Pie's delicious. You should live a little.
Pies are a disease for my kind. You don't know
Alright.
what it's like.
Do you eat pie? I certainly know what it's like to eat pie.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about my people. We love pies in a way it's hard to describe.
No, I think I know what love feels like. It's fine. I love pie too.
Yes. But to fully give yourself in to the desire, you lose a part of yourself.
Well, not necessarily. Like if you have that little self-control, the halflings I've met don't. So
Really. He gestures to the table where his companions are just stuffing their faces.
I'm
Look
at
at
I'm at the same table and I'm just drinking beer like a madman.
That's fun.
I mean, I haven't met your friends before, but I mean, and I regret saying this, but I guess you do have the company you deserve, both of us. I said and look over at Alexis.
I thumped one of the halflings on the shoulder. This is amazing.
All right. Well, the thing I wanted to tell you was you outdid me yesterday. And
Yeah, it's because you're really tightly wound. It's really easy to do. I say, and then pat him on the head.
Oh dear God, no!
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
How fast do you do that? Because maybe he'll just bite the hand.
Right. All right. He gets up from his chair, which he almost falls out of his chair, as he does.
He's already rolling in initiative.
It's a bit too big for him, and he says, "Very well. I've tried to be the better man in this, but
You're only half a man.
Size jokes, really.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Well, I mean, you were the one who made the mistake in thinking you could outsmart me. That was a dumb move.
we'll find out how dumb it is."
Are you going to do anything, or are you just going to stand here and try and pretend threaten me?
Tom, tom, tom.
Like, I mean, I to be fair, I am really scared that you're going to punch me in the the crotch, right? But I mean,
Bites me in the kneecaps.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. I think.
Look, Alberto, go pick on someone your own size. This is just unfair.
Let's see a deception check or something like that, because you kind of